And welcome everybody to our episode 3 of our FarmVille2 Country Escape Live with Scott and Jennilee live stream. Joining me tonight, I hope, is Jennilee. Jennilee, are you here?
I'm here, Scott.
Yay, thank you so much for making time again to join us tonight, Jennilee.
Thank you for inviting me again.
Well, you're in the name, so you kind of have to be here.
I like it.
So I'm really appreciated, though, because I know that your job last week was working in the Farmville landfill, and you were collecting light bulbs, from what I understand. And I know that was keeping you really busy. So I'm super glad you could be with us. And I do have a question regarding your light bulb collecting job on the landfill. How many did you collect last week, just out of curiosity?
Last week it was over 3,000.
3,000 light bulbs. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Nobody likes them. Everyone throws them away.
Yeah, I have no use for them.
We're trying to find a way to reuse them.
Yeah, that would be, and you should probably save them, because I'm sure one of these days Farmville is gonna, or Zynga's gonna add some feature where you need light bulbs and everybody's gonna be kicking themselves.
Right?
So besides the light bulbs on the Farmville landfill, did you find anything else interesting?
Nothing real. I mean, you know those boots that you get from the pond?
Right.
Lots of boots. And then right now we're crazy with baking soda. Nobody wants it.
Nobody wants that baking soda. Yeah, there's a few things that I've seen come up. What I want to do, Jennilee, right before we start, I think I have like 6 or 2 or 3 minutes left on my boost for my my county fair points. And you can see my county fair. I'm just going to bring it up on the screen. I've got 44,000 points, and I'm number 1. Person behind me is at 33.5. And I just want to show everybody what I'm getting for points. So when I click on my lemon zests, I'm making 3 in each one. You can see that my points go up 1,080 every time. So I get 2,160 points for every 6 lemon zests I make.
Wow.
So I have 100 and where did I put them? Here we are. I have 170 lemons that I've been stockpiling for this show tonight to kind of boost my score. But if you noticed on my my points board, I only have 6 minutes and 9 seconds left to get these massive points. I have a 6 times boost, and what I did, of course, I'm sure everybody does this. They get their free boost, and then I purchased 2 more boosts with gold. To get the 6x. So 1,080 per 3 on a upgraded lemon zest factory.
I like it. Impressive.
It's cool. Awesome. So I have a few minutes left of that, but I won't bore everybody with that. I will open my chest for today, though. I'm halfway through my month, and I'm halfway through my daily bonus. Oh, I got a silver net. That's nice.
Can you do me a favor too?
Sure. What's up?
Can you click on your shed, because it's driving me crazy?
Okay. All right. I'm going to go down to the shed. Let's say hi to everybody in our chat room. Everybody in the chat room, if you're here, say hi, say hello. We will greet you.
Hi, guys.
I know that
we already have 8 watchers. I love it.
Awesome. 8 people. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing. My shed. Where's my shed? Oh, look at my picture I made. I added some decoration to my farm. You'll see that in a few seconds. Where's my shed? Oh, it's in the middle of my stuff, I think. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I have to put money in my shed. That's what you mean. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's done.
Oh, you did add decorations.
I did have decorations. Anyways, I guess what we're going to do now is we're going to move into news. How about that?
That sounds good.
All right. I keep forgetting to turn my background music on. Oh, the background music is on. I keep forgetting to turn it off. Anyways.
We've got a few people that said hi. Susan and Mona. Oh, Annie's with us too. Did you hear me?
I did, but we're watching the news.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
That's all right.
It's slow for me, remember?
I know. It's okay. All right, everybody joining us back from high in the sky. Wait, I have to take off. Don't say anything yet, Jennilee. I have to take off with I'm going to make my Eddie skip the order here, and I'm going to make Eddie fly away. And then I'm going to bring on our helicopter noise, because I have no idea what I'm doing today. But, oh wait, Eddie's not taking off yet. Okay, whoops. Oh dear. Okay, hold tight, everyone. Eddie's just getting his engines rolling to send Jennilee up into the atmosphere. And I think he took off. So now we're going to put some... Oh, okay, Jennilee, can you hear me from the helicopter? Are you up there?
Oh, yes, God, I can hear you from up here.
Excellent. Can you give us a crash report of Farmville?
I can. We have quite a few today, and by a few, I mean I have 3. So there's Allison, who can't connect to Facebook since the update. And we also have Pam that can't load the game. She's tried to uninstall and reinstall, can't get the game loaded.
Yikes.
And then Mo says he keeps freezing.
Nice. So 3 people are having issues.
Mm-hmm.
And did you get those reports from the Facebook group that you belong to? Or I know that 2 of them came from the official page.
Oh, you would. I can't remember where I got the third one from.
Anyway, if anybody's wondering, we get our crash reports from the Facebook groups that are various Facebook groups that are out and about. So if we're invited to join your group, we'll take news from it, we'll take crash reports from it, and we'll take interesting tidbits from it. So anybody who's listening who wants to have their Facebook page promoted, you can certainly do that through our site or through email or through contacting any of us. I still have the helicopter playing, so I guess I should bring you back to the studio.
Oh, yes, please.
All right, I'll see you in a second.
Okay.
All right, so we should be back with Jennilee. Are you here?
I'm here.
All right, so this week we're going to move right into the weather report because last week we didn't do a weather report at all, and so we confused our co-op and our friends with whether we'd be on the farm this week or not. So I'll start with I'll ask you, Jennilee, are you going to be whether you're going to be on the farm this week or not?
I'm back on the farm this week. I kind of took off a little bit last week, but I'm back in full force this week.
Awesome. Do we know when the next event starts?
No. Do you?
I have no idea. I'm not even sure when this one ends. So I have really no clue. I'm just selling off some lemon zest during our. Whoops! I don't want a co-op exclusive.
We have a few people that said hi. Susan says hi.
Hey, Susan.
Mona says hi.
Hey, Mona.
And Anne and Celia.
Nice. Celia and Anne. They've been here before, and I'm glad Anne stayed up tonight to listen to us. That's fantastic.
Because she loves us.
And for our co-op, I just put 4 lemon zests up because I have a abundance of lemon zests at the moment.
Oh, and Jeff says hi as well.
Hey, Jeff. Nice to see you. I think Jeff is a first-timer, maybe, and unless that was Angela, because one of them's Angela, remember?
Yes.
I think Jeff might be Angela.
Okay.
And I think that Angela might be our co-op Angela, but I'm not sure.
Yes, it does say, I see it. I'm Jeff tonight, aka Angela.
Nice.
Also, Susan says new event starts on Wednesday.
Awesome. Good. Thanks for letting us know because I guess I asked you whether you'd be on the farm, but I didn't tell you whether I would be. I plan to be definitely on the farm, especially if a new event starts. I finished this event with our help with our co-op, and actually, since we're on the news, I'm going to go to the internet here, and I'm going to go to the Farmville2 official page, and I'm just going to close off this little chat box, and I'm going to close off that thing that popped up. Okay, so on this official page, there is this post that says "Meet Coco Bunny," which I'm assuming is one of the farmhands you can buy, and it says that Coco Bunny can help find rare events and complete Egg Award. And then there's a lot of posts below this from people, some people posting that they're happy or they're in love with the bunny or whatever. And then there's some people that are like Amanda Michelle Hill. She writes that she's looking for some good daily players to join her co-op. So if you are looking for a co-op, Amanda Michelle Hill would like to have you on her co-op. And then this is where Allison was having troubles with Facebook, and that's where we got that little bit of crash report from. And Elizabeth writes regarding this bunny, she writes that yes, but he'll at a cost. And make no mistake, this is a fun game, but it'll cost you cash to win events. The person willing to spend the most money will win the event. And I totally disagree with that. What do you think, Jennilee?
I completely disagree with that as well. As long as you have a good co-op, you don't need to spend money.
Totally. Like our co-op, any player who was in our co-op that wants to finish any event, without any doubt, will finish an event. Now, that's not necessarily true for a leaderboard event where someone could be potentially no, you're not able to win because there's too many people ahead of you, whether they're using hacks or cheats or whatever, right?
Right.
How's the chat room looking? Guys in the chat room, if you want to chat to us, if you want to talk to us, if you want to bring up topics, if you want to know any information, if you have any questions about me, if you have any questions about Jennilee, certainly post them on the chat. We want to hear from you guys. If you'd like us to discuss a certain topic, to go to a certain site, we will totally do that. So we really want you guys to be part of the show.
Absolutely. And I want to know if you guys are experiencing any issues as well.
Exactly. I haven't had any problems, and I haven't seen as many lately. Like when that whole birthday event started, that was crazy, but now it's been pretty good.
I had my first real experience this week. I would load the game, and then after like 2 or 3 minutes, it would completely close out, and I would have to reload it. And it did that several times, and then I kind of quit playing for the rest of the day. It frustrated me.
Wow.
But it hasn't done it today.
Yeah, it's weird how everybody seems to have different problems.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my boosts are gone. I'm no longer getting my massive boosts. Oh well. No big deal. Oops, I just picked a farmer's soup. I have no room in my barn because I was stockpiling lemons.
Hey, I don't know if it's still there, but there was a co-op order for lemon zest. I don't know if it's still there.
Let's
That
check
might
it
help you
out.
get rid of some.
Has it reset already? Oh, it has reset. Look at that.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no co-op order, but there is quartz.
Oh.
And you know what? I was actually saving this. I'll go show everybody my little quest screen here. I was saving this because I knew the order was going to reset, and I have 4 order boards to get my padlock. Sell 4 farm orders. So I know I don't usually sell lots on my farm board, but this time we're going to sell 2 quartz and 7 peaches. Aren't these numbers so awesome?
I'm jealous.
2 herb butters. Oh, look, I have a beeswax candle that's asking for 2. I'm going to share that with the co-op. Let's see if someone grabs it. Let's see if there's any co-op people playing and not watching. Still out for help. I think everybody who's like has internet access on our group is watching. How many watchers are we at, Jennilee?
Let me look down. Oh, it says 7.
Perfect. 7 people. Oh, wait, someone claimed it. Celia's multitasking. Celia's claimed the 2, although she hasn't filled it yet, so maybe she's working on it. But that's okay.
Anne wants to know, how do you have such low orders, Scott?
Well, Anne knows how I have low orders. I've told everybody how I have low orders. It's you do not do your personal goal at all. You don't. I'm not sure. Yeah, I get to claim this timber that's on the screen, but I do like between 5 and 10 orders each week. And I mean, you notice on my wood, if you notice my screen, Jennilee, how much wood I'm down to. 2,600.
Aw, good job.
Well, because I spent like a pile. I upgraded my, what is this? This was, oh no, I think I had pastry oven at max upgrade. I think I did my dinner oven. I level 6'd my dinner oven, even though it's not a lot of points. Like, it takes forever to build stuff and you don't get a lot of points. And I upgraded my loom as well, but I didn't max upgrade because I didn't have enough money or enough wood, timber.
I think you still have the Action News
Let's get rid of it.
up.
Thank you. This is why
it just occurred to me that it was still there.
This is why we need. Let's get rid of the news image. There, it'll disappear for you in a second, Jennilee. Yeah, look, I got more lemons. So let's compare to the lemon zests versus no boost. So I get 180 per stack instead of 1,000 in something. So it takes. You can see that if you want to win at that county fair thing, clone lemons with your co-op a bunch of times when you have that boost, and like 48,000 now I'm at. And some people think that 48,000 is cheating, right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think it's cheating, but
I don't think so.
People do.
You know, when you see someone go from like no points to like 100,000 points in like a matter of minutes, then I think maybe someone's cheating. But if it's a slow progression, or, you know, like I said, 2,000, and how long does it take to make lemon zest? It takes only like 2 minutes and something to make lemon zest on a fully upgraded thing. So you can get like 2,000 points every couple of minutes, which is how I ended up with so many points. And Celia, who is amazing, she posted lemons for me like constantly. So that was awesome. Thank you, Celia.
Aw. Hey, speaking of lemons, you have a tree that needs to be watered.
Oh, thank you. You know why? I won't even tell you why I have stuff that needs to be watered. It's a secret, actually. Awesome. So I was going to show everybody something else that I discovered. I'm playing on my computer screen FarmVille2 off Windows 10, and I noticed on my mailbox, so you know how you have different offers from Zynga? Sometimes they offer you keys at a sale price or whatever?
Yes.
So on mine, only on Windows, it doesn't do it on my iPhone, there's a $5 value pack. Have you ever had that?
I don't think so.
So it's a $5 value pack for 140 keys, 4 granola bars, 4 blankets, 5 golden gloves for $5. I imagine $5 US, but whatever. 50% off. And then if you scroll over, there's here we have this other value pack for $10, which is 365 keys, 5 gloves, and a gold stamp. And that one I see on my iPhone, but I don't see the $5 one. Anybody in the chat world ever get these or use these or buy these? Jennilee, you probably go ahead.
Celia said you're welcome for all the lemons, and she said she's also had that offer.
And did she buy it? Did she use it?
Did you use it, Celia?
We'll ask her. And anybody else, have they ever bought through this bonus? And I'm scared if I buy it, I won't have another offer. So I'm like, okay, do I wait until I see a farmhand that's on sale that would help me buy, or do I just buy it now and hope I get it again?
We got a new watcher, Chris. He says hi.
Chris, hello. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I wonder if it's Chris as in boy Chris or Chris as in a girl Chris. Who knows?
Picture is a boy, but
I see. Know. Well, if it's a K, it's usually a girl, right? Maybe.
I don't know, because Christina could start with either a K or a C, so if they went by Chris, it could be either, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Celia said no on the offer.
She's never bought it or she's never had it. I guess that's kind of a...
No, she had it, but she said no on buying it.
So I'm just going through the mail, deleting the people, and I have some funny names to bring up that popped up this week. We have Farmer Girl here. That's up here. So I'll bring up the list that we had this week. Some of the people sent me. I don't think Jennilee sent me any, but let's see.
I didn't send you any. Mm-hmm.
So we have Iceman Castle has asked to join our co-op. He's level 19. So Iceman Castle, if you're watching this show, you can certainly welcome. Go to our Facebook page, iFarm2Farm. Send an invite, and we'll let you on the farm. Who else do we have here? We have, that was the one I wanted to save for the end, but this person's name is Effie Stoned. EFFY Stoned. So maybe from California or potentially Las Vegas.
Maybe.
It's legal there, right? In California. Is it legal in Texas?
I don't think it is yet. No.
I
know it's legal in Washington. I smelled it the whole time I was there.
It'll be legal in Canada apparently this summer, right across the nation. One of the first 7 countries to legalize cannabis or marijuana. So there'll be a lot of people, I imagine, growing it and smelling it and smoking it and whatever else. But anyway, so Effie Stoned, if this is if you are wanting to join our co-op, head over to our Facebook group, iFarm2Farm, send an invite, and we might have to get you to change your name. Maybe not. It's not horrible. And the last one we had this week, which was kind of entertaining, was Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear asked to join our co-op. So that was kind of interesting. Pooh Bear and all of Pooh Bear's friends.
That is so funny.
So those are the 3 that I was sent. We get so many on our... I'm just going to close these off so we don't have them on the screen.
You said you're on your computer right now, right?
I'm on my PC, yes.
Okay, so I think that's what it says when I click on it. Celia is asking, what does the tank near the airplane do?
The tank near the airplane. Oh, what the heck? I don't know. There's a tank near the airplane? I don't even know what's going on here. By Eddie? There's a sheep by Eddie, and there's a happy cook.
The gasoline thing, maybe?
The gasoline thing. The gasoline thing talks with FarmVille2, or FarmVille, yeah, the Facebook version of FarmVille. So but you have that on yours, right, Jennilee?
I can't click on it.
Oh, so I know that when I was playing FarmVille2, I could send goods from FarmVille2 over to here, and then I could also send goods from here back to Farmville.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it is pretty neat. So what I would send, stuff like, I'm not sure, I haven't played in a long time, but things like wheat, I think it was wheat, they take forever to grow in FarmVille2, but they grow in seconds in FarmVille2 Country Escape. And things like lemons grow super fast in Farmville and super long in FarmVille2. So I can harvest lemons from one and send it to the other. And you could do it once a day, I think. And you could do only 5 or 6 or something, or 7 or 8.
That's interesting. And Celia said that is what she was wondering.
Got the star. That's cool. Yeah, that's good. He's near the happy chef. And I made the chef happy because, I got one more board to sell. Let's see if Celia posted that order up. All right, see if this counts for my order. Did it count? It didn't count. Okay, so that's good to know. So selling an order to someone else and clicking claim doesn't count for a tick on the order board. Does that make sense? Not the order board.
Yes, that
but
makes sense.
Yeah. So I have to do another one. I think I'll do the champagne. I have 2 of those. Let's see what pops up instead. A jacket. All right, cool. So there's my 4 that I did. I'm gonna reward myself with a padlock. Yay me. I'm playing more Farmville tonight than bringing stuff up on the screen, because I figured people don't like just sitting there staring at a weird screen without seeing things. What do you think?
I don't know. I kind of like both. It depends on what we have going on and what we're talking about.
I'm in farm chat, and I see that Celia filled my order. And Celia gave me a helping hand. Celia, you are multitasking like crazy tonight. That's great. She probably has like a tablet in one hand and an iPhone in the other hand or something. And I see Ursula is online as well.
That crazy lady.
Okay, so anything happening in the chat world? Chatters out there, say hi to us. Ask us some questions we'd love to answer. And in the meantime, I'm going to spin the prize wheel and see what everybody wins tonight. A lobster. You like seafood, Jennilee?
I love seafood.
Well, I have a lobster and I have some chives for you. Coming your way.
Okay.
Okay, so I have another funny bit of thing to bring up on the screen. Earlier this week, and I think you might have seen this. Actually, I know you may have seen it. You posted something in chat, and then Pam posted something funny in chat, and then you didn't post anything else, so I'm not sure if you saw it, but I'm going to bring it up because it was pretty funny.
I do a lot of coming on during the day and like playing for 5 minutes, and then I have to hop off because I got a screaming baby.
Exactly. So let me know when it pops up on your screen. I posted a chat log, farm chat. Did you see it yet?
I do see it.
So it says Pamela posts, "I just killed my cow and got butter."
No, I didn't see that.
And then she corrects herself to say, "Not killed my cow, milked my cow." I would have just left it at "killed my cow," because the spell check or the autocorrect on some of these devices does some pretty funny things. And then Pamela gives us two emojis that she thought was kind of funny. But you see some funny stuff on chats. Oops. What did I just do? Oh, we wanted to turn off that. There we are. So yeah, you see some. Whoops, I'm in my pan for a reward, so I guess I'll do that while I'm here. But you do see some really funny stuff in chat that comes up from autocorrect.
I saw quite a few funny things today from Kay. I love her autocorrect. It cracks me up.
Kay is the best for autocorrect.
Absolutely.
I have screenshots from Kay, and they're just absolutely hilarious. Hey, I got my champagne back. That was cool.
We have another hello from, I don't even know how to say this, MRFT38.
Hello, MRFT38. I'm wondering if you have a first name that you want to type in that we can call you by. It's good to see you here. It's good to see everybody here, in fact. And I'd like to encourage all the chatters to... actually, let's ask a question of the chatters. Jennilee, do you have any questions you want to ask the chatter? The people on our live stream?
Well, I think most of them are people that we've talked to before, so I can't really ask where they're... Well, I could ask where you guys are from, and for the people that are new on here, where you guys are from.
Okay, how about this? If you've already posted where you're from and you're from our co-op, post what you had for dinner tonight. But if you're new and never been here, then post where you're from and what you had for dinner tonight.
Celia is asking, she says, my other question is why I don't see the rainbow. And Ann said, I don't see the rainbow either.
Okay, so the rainbow... What? I only have 8 lemons left? What the heck happened to my lemons? Have I been, like, farming and not even realizing it? Wow.
Probably.
The rainbow was added... You don't have it either, right, Jennilee?
No, I don't. Actually, can I put you on hold for a second?
Sure.
You keep talking and I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll keep talking. The rainbow was added during... I think it was about a year ago, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. And it was during an event... or during a contest, and I think it was in this book. And maybe if someone in chat who has the rainbow, who remembers when they got the rainbow, can post, then they'll be able to help us find out too. But it was during an event I think it was either an event or just an achievement or something. And speaking of achievements, maybe I'll wait till Jennilee gets back and we'll talk about that. But it was either during an event or it was an achievement, and there was a special pin that I got. It was called a rainbow pin. In fact, it's in my pin area. Let's see if I can find my pin area. Here's my pins. Yeah, there it is. So a rewards rainbow pin, a beautiful rainbow appears on your farm, gives rewards every day. It gives you gold, and then there's a little tiny experience star that you might have seen me click on, and that gives you experience points for the for clicking on it. So yeah, it was just a rewards pin somewhere. Again, if there's someone in chat, which Jen will check when she gets back, that can look and see if anybody else got it. And it's pretty cool. And maybe you go check your pins and see if you have it and can activate it, because you can turn it off. But I don't think I want to really do that because it's, I just turned it off. Look at that. Activate it again.
I'm back.
Hey, you're back. Welcome back. I missed you.
Aw. Mr. FT38 says his name is Frank.
Hey, Frank.
And then Celia said she had Chinese food. Celia, I'm coming to your house.
Nice. I love Chinese food. But there's a problem with Chinese food. It's a universal problem, right?
What?
You get hungry like half an hour after you eat it.
Yeah, but it's so delicious.
It is delicious. And then that brings up the next question. Do Chinese people who go into a Chinese restaurant, is that like normal food for them? Like, are they ordering Chinese or are they just ordering food?
I think it's everyday normal food for them.
So they would go just get food.
Yeah, they wouldn't go for Chinese food.
Yeah, they would just be like, so, hey, you want to go for food? And I'd be like,
well, maybe
sure.
They're more specific because, like, we go for hamburgers, right? We don't say we're going for
Western
American cuisine. Yeah,
Western American cuisine. We go for hamburgers and stuff. And so, but I was always wondering if and do China, and you know how some Chinese restaurants sell like hamburgers and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's people who are from that history or ethnic background who go into those places and order like Western food. Who knows?
Anne said she had chicken for dinner.
Oh, I love chicken too. I pretty much love everything.
And then Susan and Jeff are going back and forth. One says St. Patty's Day event and one says a Christmas gift for the rainbow. Not sure.
So one of those events, and I know I did it because obviously I have the rainbow. So it's interesting how players can get certain things. Like it shows up on my farm permanently, and some people don't have that. And like you think that would be easier just to give everybody the same thing, but which is good, I guess, that it's different. Okay, so how many watchers are we at? Are we still at 7 or are we at 6?
We went up to 10, but now we're back down to 9.
Okay, that's okay. Since we're at 9, since we're talking about food, I'm going to bring up another slide. And this is what I was talking about last week, about a surprise image or a surprise thing that I was going to do this week on our stream. So what I did last night actually was create a YouTube video, and it's not on YouTube yet. So for all those people who are on YouTube, you'll see it up in the next couple of days. But tonight we're going to play it for you on our stream, and it's me cooking actual strawberry shortcakes using the recipe from Farmville, which means 4 strawberries, 2 tablespoons of butter, and 5 tablespoons of flour, and cooking that up for the exact amount of time in my oven. So should I play that reel?
Yes.
Okay. And the audio that you guys are going to be hearing, actually you won't hear any audio. You're just going to hear me and Jennilee talking, and mostly me because I'll be explaining what I'm doing in the video. But during the once you finish this video or the next couple of days, when I load it on YouTube, you can actually listen to my commentary as I'm cooking the meal. So without further ado, we are going to run my cooking video. So it's pretty big on the screen, and it says Farmville2 real live recipes, strawberry shortcake. I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees. I have all my ingredients on the counter. I have my 4 strawberries and my butter. And the first thing I'm going to do is check the recipe, which is 4 strawberries, 5 flour, and 2 butter. So I've got 4 strawberries, 2 tablespoons of flour, or 2 tablespoons of butter rather, and I'm going to be using 4 tablespoons of flour in this recipe. And I set it to 350 because that's what the oven sets to when you first turn it on. So I wasn't really, I didn't know what to put it at, but I figured I'll turn it on and whatever it's at, I'll leave it at. So I'm going to microwave my butter here because for when I mix up my batter, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need more liquid than solid. So I put that in for 30 seconds. And then I've come back to my flour table here, and I'm portioning out 5 tablespoons of my flour. And are you getting the video now, Jennilee? You're probably behind a little bit, but You can
I'm
see what's
watching
going
it.
on.
I'm watching it.
Okay, so this is my kitchen. There's my watermelon behind the counter there, and I'm just portioning out my measurements. And I've got my cupcake pans ready. Normally, for a full-blown recipe for making a whole cake, you would obviously use cups instead of individual. Like 4 strawberries, use 4 cups of strawberries, 2 cups of butter, and 5 cups of flour. But for scaling it down, I just use the teaspoon and smaller amounts. So now you're gonna see me. With all my ingredients, I'm going to bring up I'm just going to start dumping them into a bowl. And you can see that I have the Farmville screen up that shows basically take all your crap and pour it into your bowl. Now I had a bit of trouble with one hand getting the butter out, and I did almost a full tablespoon and then almost another tablespoon. So then I went back in for a third little bit because I wasn't full tablespoons, and you have to be really accurate with Farmville recipes. Otherwise they just don't work.
Right.
And then I'm adding my flour now. And I was also I was filming with one hand and doing this with the other. And so it got really difficult. And because the strawberries, they were a little not so juicy. So I had to really mash them with my knife, my fork. And so finally I'm like, yeah, I need to put my phone down. And you're going to see here in a second that I stick my phone down. Here it goes. It's going to go because I'm like, I can't do this with one hand. I keep trying. I switched hands because my hand got sore. And I'm like, you know what? Forget this. So I stick the phone down, and then I'm like, okay, this is better. This is like Farmville cooking. Let's show the audience what I'm doing here. So I had to mix this up quite a bit to get the nice consistency of dough or batter, I guess you would call it, for strawberry shortcake. And, it remarkably smelled pretty good. It has butter and strawberries, and it smelled quite delicious, I must say.
I'm curious how it tasted.
Well, I actually go through that as well coming up after we cook it. So here I'm still mixing it up, and it took a long time to really get all the lumps out of the strawberries, and I didn't get them all out. I got most of them out, and I don't know. I'm not even sure what I was saying on the video here, but I show everybody the bowl and how it's working. And then what I'm going to do now is after it's mixed, I'm going to scoop this mix into my little cupcake shells. But apparently I'm still mixing. Here we go. If I could fast forward the video a little bit, I would. But so this was fun. I don't know if I want to try this with any other recipes, like cedar plank trout might be an issue.
I don't know about that.
Plus, doesn't that cook for like hours? How long does cedar plank cook for?
I don't know. I think the cedar plank trout was actually pretty quick.
Yeah, well, that's good.
That was a quick one.
Then yeah, that's good. That probably wouldn't overcook it, but. So I'm filling these tart shell or these cupcake shells with my batter here, and I've got a spatula out because that's apparently what you should be using. But I still continue to use my fork, which is probably not the right way to do it. I should be using my spatula to get the batter out instead of scraping at it with my fork. But hey, this is just me making strawberry shortcakes. So needless to say, they're not going to rise too much because there's no rising ingredient. But that's okay. They still actually remarkably cooked up without burning or anything. So
we have another watcher.
Yay! Who's here?
Ursula.
Ursula. Hello, Ursula. We're just here hanging out with Jennilee.
Oh, that's exciting.
Cooking up some. Okay, so see, I'm pointing at the other holes in my cupcake pan because my mother taught me that when you make cupcakes, you're supposed to fill the pan with water in all the empty holes. Have you heard that?
I have to ask my mother.
Maybe your mother will tell us. Anyways, so I'm not going to do that this time because I'm like, you know what? Just like stick them in the oven. So I stick my my pan in the oven at 350 degrees. And
for 30 minutes?
For 30 minutes, because, well, you'll see right away, actually, because I bring up I had to check my instructions. Here we go. So 30 minutes on my enhanced oven, because I do have a stainless steel enhanced Samsung oven. So I figured, hey, it's got to be like the one that cooks faster. So I'm typing in 30 minutes here, and or my timer anyways, and I'm having difficulty with my microwave timer not working right. And so then I'm like, wasted like a whole minute trying to type in 30 minutes. So then I typed in 29 minutes. So then I hit start, and it finally goes after I use my thumb. It's like a thumb button, I think. Anyways, there we go. And so it'll cut off. I turn my light on, and we're just going down to check on my cupcakes here for the first few seconds of baking, and then the video is going to cut to right before it's done. So you'll see here with the magic of television, 16 seconds left to go in the oven. They've been in the oven for exactly 30 minutes. They are not risen, but they look like they're somewhat cooked. And in a few seconds here, you can see I've got my live stream farm. Bing, look at that. Cupcakes are done. Get them out of there. So I'm opening the oven, and now I don't have a lot of experience with the oven, so I am using a pot holder, but I do end up burning my finger trying to get them out of the cupcake holder.
Oh, they look so pretty.
Aren't they nice? They're a very pink consistency, like a Pepto-Bismol kind of pink.
Lovely.
Exactly. And they're nice. And I tapped them, and they're definitely cooked. Like, they're hard. They're not totally mush, right? So 30 minutes, that farm oven is just the perfect amount of time in the oven here. And, essentially now they're done, because that's all you would do for a Farmville strawberry shortcake, right? So, I put them on the plate here in a second, and I'm going to try them. I take a chunk out of one with a fork and eat it. And it tastes more like a country biscuit than a strawberry shortcake. It definitely has a floury, pasty, very mild, no sugary taste to it. So it definitely leaves a weird taste in your mouth after eating it. And so then I figured, well, in the spirit of FarmVille2 and having it look like an actual cupcake, or a strawberry shortcake, I would try to modify my construction to make it somewhat more appealing and more look like the real thing from Farmville. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut them, because I think I'm pretty sure on the Farmville strawberry shortcake there's 3 layers to the cake, and I only made 2 cakes. So I'm going to take a knife and I'm going to slice them in half so that I can stack them and make an actual strawberry shortcake with some strawberries and some whipped cream. And I spend a lot of time explaining, I realized, on my video. It seemed like it went a lot.
Sorry, Ursula said she never has, but some people probably do. And Anne said it depends on what she's making. And Celia said she never has for the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see on the video here that I've cut one open, and it has the consistency of ground beef, which made me my stomach kind of turn a little bit weird. It was very nasty looking. And it could be that maybe I didn't have the enhanced oven and I should have kept it in there for like the whole hour from a standard oven. Who knows? But in any case, I've cut the layer off of one, and again, it was really it looked totally like ground beef, like raw ground beef. It was hot because it was in the oven, and you can see it steaming. So I'm going to take some Cool Whip here, and I'm going to put some Cool Whip on my first layer of the strawberry shortcake.
But I thought, is there Cool Whip on the one in Farmville?
There is, and you're going to see a picture of it right away. When I'm done. When I'm done, there's going to be a side-by-side comparison to how they look. So I have some fresh strawberries or some frozen strawberries that I've thawed, and I've got strawberries and Cool Whip on the first layer. And then, again, I put another layer on the second layer of the... I smacked it pretty good. It gooshed out pretty good. But I must say that doing this treatment to the strawberry shortcake made it a whole heck of a lot look better than the original pucks that I created without doing this. And so then on the very, very top, you're going to see me put a dab of whipped cream on the very top. And then the last thing I do is I take a little strawberry and I pop it on top. And you'll see.
I'm so glad you didn't practice making it before.
There we go. So on the screen, you're going to see exactly how it looks compared to exactly how I made it. And I think I did a pretty decent job of replicating the Farmville2 Country Escape Strawberry Shortcake. And,
beautiful.
And it's going to have it actually has a mind of its own, I think, because it kind of just fell over itself. I think it was because it was so super hot and it was so cold. So now I'm tasting it. Now I'm eating it again, and I actually take a bite, and it's really good. And I'm like, this is actually pretty good. So then I take another big scoop of it, and I'm if you guys watch this on the YouTube video, you'll hear me physically eating it and talking. And then, of course, thanks for watching. Thumbs up and subscribe. So that was my first experience with cooking with Farmville recipes, and I think I did a pretty decent job. It was certainly a lot of fun doing it. Anyways, that's funny.
Celia and Ursula are laughing, and Celia says she loves it. And then Ursula said she thinks putting water in the other ones would bring too much moisture into the oven in the air.
Oh, I see. So that you got to be careful of that sort of stuff too.
Ursula said she's laughing so hard she has tears.
And she didn't. Did she see it from the beginning? I don't even know if she was here.
I
from the
don't think
beginning.
so. I don't. She'll have to rewind.
You can rewind and look or watch later. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And this is kind of why I want to do this channel, is not so much to talk about Farmville, but just to kind of be silly and do silly, crazy stuff. And I have some other really good ideas that I definitely want to try in the next, in the future, in our future videos. And I think we can do some funny stuff.
Treasure has joined us.
Treasure, hello, welcome. I don't know if you saw my Farmville cooking my instructional video a few seconds ago, but if you haven't, you'll want to rewind that or rewatch it later. Thank you for joining.
Do people still say rewind?
I don't know. I do. I had a VCR. Did you ever have a VCR?
Absolutely.
So it's not that old. In fact, you know what's really strange, speaking of technology, is that I can remember clearly in high school not having a cell phone. And
Me too.
Really? So you were in when you were in high school, there was no technology, or was the cell phones around but you just didn't have one?
I think cell phones were still kind of newish because I ended up getting it as a graduation gift.
Oh, nice. So for me, they didn't even exist in high school. Like there was not even the technology. They didn't come out until a few years after I graduated, when I was a few years after it. But the weird thing is I don't understand how kids got information. Like when we were in high school, there was a lot of crazy stuff that I learned, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you learned it from, I don't know, other kids, I guess, because there was no YouTube videos to watch or no internet videos to watch. So like we would figure out how to open bags of chips and win free bags of chips, and look how to figure out which pop bottles had the winning caps underneath them and stuff like that. And then
Treasure says you're showing your age, Scott.
I know, that's okay. I'm not the oldest in our co-op, so that's all right.
Angela said she didn't have cell phones in high school either.
Yeah, so it's weird because, stuff like, there was a thing I used to be able to do to make my own phone ring. So back when we had a landline, I could take my phone and I could dial a special code and then hang up the phone, and then the phone would ring like somebody's calling you. And it would be a good trick because, you do it to your parents and they would answer the phone and they would hear a weird noise and they wouldn't know what was going on, and you'd be, haha, I made the phone ring. So, but how did I learn that? Like, if there's no internet for me to teach me, like, which went from like one kid to another kid, I guess, right?
Well, you were probably in school writing the notes and then folding them all nice and, fun, and then passing it along. And so people were learning that, that's the old school chat. That's how you learned.
That is the old school chat. And then when the teacher like grabs the note and then reads the note, is that like the group chat?
Oh, yeah.
Could be. So I just leveled up my Arabian horse. Do you have an Arabian horse on your farm?
Probably. I'm not a fan of my prized animals. I never use them.
I only use I have been using this one a lot lately because it gives you, or I wanted to get ribbons to get to get padlocks and barn nails. Because whenever I get close to upgrading my barn, I'll always buy the rest of the stuff that I need. So I have.
Sorry, Anne said she didn't have a cell phone in high school either.
There you go. Yeah, Anne
and Treasure said, oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, just go ahead.
Sorry. Treasure said, I loved my landline phone when I had that she had in her room. That was my cell phone.
Yeah, I love my parents used to have a one of the ones with a rotary dial. You were click, click, click. That was cool.
I went out when I first started working, babysitting. I went and bought myself my very own phone for my room.
Nice.
And it was a cool, fancy, old school with the rotary.
Nice.
I don't think I ever actually hooked it up, but I wanted to have a phone in my room.
And so then did your parents like pick it up when in the evening when you were supposed to be in bed and like spy on you or tell you to get off the phone?
Oh, I forgot all about that.
Oh,
when you're afraid of what you're going to say on the phone because you don't know if someone's listening.
That's true. Someone could be listening. Yes, that's very true. It's amazing how technology has really
evolved.
Yeah, like it's so crazy. Okay, we need another topic for our chatters to answer a question to, Jennilee. But what should we ask them?
Anne says she remembers doing that with her phone too. My mom says she would never do that. Listen on the other end.
Oh, you've revealed something tonight. You revealed your mom is watching.
Oh my gosh.
My
Yep,
mom
I
would
gave it away.
my mom would totally spy on me. My parents knew everything I was doing, I'm sure.
Yeah, I
Um,
think my mom did too, whether she was listening or not. She always knew what I was into. Smart
that's
mama.
Yeah. Are we going to be as smart as, or were you? I mean, my kids are already pretty much grown up. I have two that have left the home and one that's in grade 10. But your little babies, you have small children. Are you going to be as much spying as your mother was to them? Or to you, your mother?
Probably.
Because you got to protect your kids, right?
Yeah, especially with all the technology and stuff that you don't want them to get into, they have it, they can easily access it.
Yeah, it's actually really amazing and crazy how much the kids have access to. I'm just farming away, so you'll have to
I
come.
do have a question for our watchers.
Awesome.
So we all have Farmville in common, obviously. That's why we're all here. What else do you guys do when you have time that's not spent on Farmville?
They
I'm
watch my
curious what other
YouTube channel.
hobbies.
Go exploring. I have so many lemon zests. I have so many of them. Whoops.
Treasure says she's strict with her kids, even more with the teen boys. And my mom thinks I'm going to be worse with my kids.
So I'm curious to know with Treasure, because she has little kids. Was Treasure's mother, like, if Treasure would she compare herself to her mother when it comes to her and her kids, or are they completely different? I guess that's a good question too, right? Because lots of times you learn your parenting skills from your parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, the people that are on listening that have children, do they let their kids get away with more stuff than they got away with, or is it the other way around? Like, I know my parents were quite strict with me for going to bed at a specific time when I was growing up, but we haven't done that with our kids, so it's kind of not really the same. But I mean, certain things we would be the same on. But I'm just curious, what about you?
Mm,
I guess your kids are kind of little, so you really don't maybe remember.
yeah,
You
no, I
have to
don't
have
remember.
Anne and Treasure answer the question. They have older kids.
So far, Celia says she watches Netflix and Hulu. I do too. You'll have to give me some ideas for new shows because
So
I'm
yeah,
stuck.
Celia,
I
what
got
are you
nothing.
watching on Netflix right now? And
I'm
any of you
super
guys, there's a
curious.
few new things on. There's one called there's one about some time traveling people that come from the future. Have anybody been watching this? It's called what's it called? It's like they come from 100 years ago and or 100 years in the future, and they've come to a more peaceful time. It's just started. I think there's been like 2 or 3 episodes. You know, obviously,
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea what I'm talking about. Maybe it's a
Mm-mm.
Canadian show. It's probably a Canadian.
Susan says she gardens. My mom says German television and sewing. And then Treasure answered your question. She said, I would say that I'm like my mom, and she was really strict, but as I got older, she's sort of laid back.
Huh. And what about grandmas? So let's take, for example, your mom and your kids. And you maybe they're a little too little for this, but my mom's mom, she lets my kids do anything they want. And
Ooh.
like my mom's mom, when I was dating my wife, my wife's mom rather, when I was dating my wife, she was like very strict on stuff, like extremely strict on stuff. And then now when I send my son over there to stay over there on the weekend, he does anything. He eats chips and he eats junk food, and he can stay up late and stay up till 4 in the morning. He gets away with everything.
Oh, not my kids.
Well, not your
Absolutely
kids.
not. My mom even says not me.
Oh,
No,
really?
she does. I mean, she's a little bit more laid back, but for the most part, she treats them like they're her kids. They gotta
Ah.
eat their veggies. They're gonna be in bed on time. They're She's very strict.
Now, just a curious question: have you ever, like, I know you move around a lot with your job, your real life job, not your Farmville light bulb collecting landfill job, but your real job. So, have you ever lived in the same city with your mother for a long stretch when you have kids? When you've had kids?
No.
Okay, so that could make a difference too. Because
Hmm.
seriously, my history in my town, I basically moved to my town that I live in now when I was 6 years old, and I'm like 46 now, so there's my age, everybody. But I've been in the same city for 40 years. My kids were born in this town, went through the whole high school. I went through school in this town, the whole school. My parents live in this town. My wife's parents live in this town. It's like nobody can leave this town. It's like one of those Twilight Zone kind of situations.
Mm.
But so I guess they see them more, so they must get away with stuff. I guess.
I don't know. Celia says the show's called The Travelers, and yes, it is good.
Ah, the Travelers. Now Celia, where's she from again? Jenny Lee.
Oh shoot.
You remember? I don't. There's so many people out here. So I think she's from Nova Scotia. Wait,
I have a bad
or is
memory.
that Angela? I think Angela's from. I know that Anne is from like Ontario. That's all I know.
Well, hold on. We got a lot. I'm backed up. Treasure says she watches Hulu and also likes to read books. Me too, Treasure. I love books. She says her husband's mom lets the kids do whatever they want, especially the 3-year-old.
Ah,
And then Celia says she's watching Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and This Is Us. Those are a few good shows. Lately, I haven't been watching much TV because she's been playing Farmville.
well, do you ever play Farmville and watch TV at the same time?
Yes, but then I kick myself because I'm either rewinding
I
or
know,
finally
eh?
throwing the phone down so I can pay attention.
I know it's crazy when I play Farmville and I watch TV. I can't remember doing anything. Like I don't remember what I did in Farmville. I don't remember what I was watching on TV. It's just really weird. It's probably not good.
My mom said if we lived next door to each other, she would be even more strict on the kids for her own
And
benefit.
that's why you don't live with your mother or near your mother. Just joking.
We're German though, so we already got that strictness in us too.
My mom's German too, so maybe that's why.
Yeah. Treasure says This Is Us is a really good show. And Susan says I give my granddaughter cookies for breakfast. It drives my son nuts. I love it.
Nice.
And Celia said she's from Texas.
Texas, that's
I
near.
have such a bad memory. That sounds so familiar. I don't know why I didn't
doesn't
think
it?
of that before.
And people who are watching our live stream, we're gonna apologize again and again because you're gonna tell us where you're from and who you are and all this stuff. And it's taken me 3 episodes to figure out that Angela is in our co-op. So
We got this.
We
We got this.
We got this. We'll just blame each other. I'm gonna go ahead
like
and
it.
delete some more mail. Wham King. We're gonna get rid of Wham King. Dahensky.
Treasure says that would drive her nuts, cookies for breakfast.
Yum.
But I agree with you. My daughter's obsessed with this cookie cereal. What in the
Uh-huh.
world?
So did you eat sugar cereal when you were growing up?
No.
The Fruit Loops and the whatever else, Corn Pops.
No.
And now do your kids? But your kids eat it.
Yes.
Hey. Oh, and your mom knows now. Did your kids eat it when you were at your mom's?
Yeah, we do cereal because it's easier in the morning, and then Mom really likes to get up and make breakfast. She's all about cooking, so sometimes I'll have 2 breakfasts because I want to eat right away, and then we'll take time making the food, and then by then, kids, they're constantly hungry.
That's true. Constant. In fact,
Angela said she's always going to have different names on here. Bum, bum, bum.
nice, just to confuse us or make us look like there's more people watching than actually are interested. How many watchers are we at?
We are at 8 right now.
Nice. So we've had a consistent number. That's really good. It's really nice.
Treasure says cornflakes for her, and my mom said she did not grow up with cereal.
We grew up with like maybe hot cereal.
Yeah, we did. When I was a kid, I know we did cream of wheat every once in a while.
Can't eat
That's
that.
still a favorite of mine.
Really?
No?
I don't know. I don't like it.
I like
Too
it.
weird. I was gonna say, when your kids are older, I'm wondering if any of our listeners who have older kids has ever hidden food in the fridge, because my son, he ends up devouring like pepperoni sticks. If you put pepperoni sticks in the fridge, they're gone in like the next day, right? So we end up hiding them under the lettuce because he doesn't eat lettuce. He doesn't eat anything green. So we started this anyways. He's caught on since then, but we were able to, for the longest time, hide the pepperoni sticks under the lettuce, and they would last in the fridge for more than a few days.
Nice. Very
good.
nice.
Yes, the ways you trick your kids when you're older. Fun. I think I want to do the pond. I wanted to send my workers to the pond. Do you, Jenny Lee? Do you send specific people to your pond? Like, do you have a system?
Not really. I try to send, the people obviously to the pier because you get the most points. And then I'll send certain dogs to the mine because they'll get more quartz or tin.
Yeah, they
And
give
then
you the
whatever
extra.
people I have left really are the ones that I send to the pond.
So I'm going to talk to everybody about my strategy, which doesn't really work very well, or it is fine for me. But whenever I ask for a helping hand, I put them in the pond.
Oh, that too. Yep.
So, I only put helping hands in my pond. And I don't know why. I have other helping hands that I could stick there, but generally I'm short helping hands. So I always throw in my 2 helping hands, or 3, probably should have checked it. I already asked for it. And then I do, I fill my mill, I fill my mill up. Do you fill your mill up?
I do.
So I fill it up with all my dogs and all my animals, because I think they give you the best rewards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
I
whatever's
think so.
left over, I top up. So then I do that, and then I typically, when I'm doing my cow, I need to make some cow food here. I'm always short on cow milk, so I find myself sending 4 guys into the prized cow. Oops, clicking away here, and I'm sorry, I'm just distracted by making some cow food.
You're fine. Angela said puffed wheat when she was a kid. That's what she had.
I had a lot
Mom
of
said
puffed wheat.
continental.
My parents used to buy the anything without sugar in it, so puff wheat, cornflakes, pretty much anything with. And then the best treat we would ever get is when we went camping, and we used to get those little tiny cardboard boxes of cereal. And you know what I'm
Aw.
talking about?
Yeah.
And they would be like the sugar ones. They'd have like frosted flakes, and we'd be like, "Oh, so delicious."
Anne said cereal when she was a kid. Celia says she's calling it a night and she'll have to watch it tomorrow. She
Okay,
says good
Celia,
night.
good night. You bet. We got a few minutes left. I think it's almost 9 o'clock, so we'll probably call it soon. But thank you for coming, Celia.
And Treasure says we have a mini fridge so we can keep some food in the house. With teenage boys, I'll be spending a lot of money for food. For example, a loaf of bread is good in a day with those two. I think she means it's gone in a day.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, teenage kids can eat so much food. For my grandma's glade, I put this specific dog in, which gives me an extra blackberry, and I put in Marie. I remembered her name this time.
Good job.
Who gives you the strawberry. So those go in there all the time for me. On my mine, I only send this dog, and this dog gives me 2 tin. So I always send him in there for 2 tin, and I just send him by himself because you never really find anything else in there anyways. It takes.
I think, yeah, I send as many people as I can, whoever's left over, but I always save that one dog that gives me, I forget what it is, 2 tin or 2 cords.
Yeah, well, I think they all give you 2 quarts. I think it's the tin that they double up on. And then my prosperity pier, I send in this guy with the hat. Does he have a name? Do we know this guy's name?
I don't know.
Or is it a girl? It's a girl, isn't it? It definitely is a girl. She's got lipstick on and big eyes, but they all have big eyes.
I always thought it was a girl.
Oh, I need farmer's soup. Seriously, right now?
And she's wearing earrings, right?
I don't
But,
know.
I mean, guys can wear earrings too.
That's true. I do have some carrots to pick.
Ursula said the one you use in the glade is super for chives.
Yeah, for sure. And you get usually I always get a chive out of this. 2 blue.
And the one that you put in the pier, that one's called the fisherman.
That's just the fisherman, no official name. I know that
Fisherman.
I know that you can meet the cast. Let's go over to I'm gonna bring up the internet page again.
Well, I think too, when you request a helping hand, it'll say, so and so sent a helping hand, and I think it shows that picture for the fisherman.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, well, he's holding a fishing rod, so you would think that would be probably.
Oh, Susan says that's the fisherman's name is Trish.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I was typing meet the cast
Trish the
Farmville.
fisherman.
And see if we can. I think it was meet the cast page or something. Meet the cast. Here we are. So Johnny, he's got the. Not sure what color hair that is. Marie, she's the one that's on the main page. Kelvin, he's the guy with the pickaxe. But Kelvin doesn't really give you an advantage in the mine. He's just a dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hike, isn't that his name? The fisherman? Oh no, there's Dakota. Who the heck is Dakota? I guess Dakota's the one you're thinking of. Feisty fisherman. More coming soon.
My screen's slower than yours, so I'm still waiting for you to scroll.
Heidi. So there's Heidi. So yeah. So Heidi. Maybe it's Heidi that goes to the glade. I have no idea. Anyways, let's close this out of here.
Oh, Susan says click on the house so you can see their names.
Click on their what?
Click on your house on the farm.
Oh, the house, right. Okay, let's try that. Back to my farm I go. Wish my farm would still move in the background when I'm clicking on other things. My farm, okay. And then on the little farmhand box. Yeah, Walter, Botanist Betty, Cowboy Victor, Egg Mascot Eggward, Mariner, Johnny, Heidi, Dakota, Dr. Vivian.
Oh, Angela said Siamese cat gives 2 tin as well, and Czech wolf dog gives 3 quarts.
I don't think I have those two. I really want those two. So the next event, I'm definitely going to win whatever dog that's
It does
there.
say Trish. Thank you, Susan.
On the, yeah, for the farmhand name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I take my remainder farmhands and I stick them on this black horse. This Arabian...
Why do you have baking soda in your barn?
I don't know. I think you know why I got it? Because I clicked on it from one of the other players that had it in the co-op.
I did that on accident too today.
And then you know what the problem of putting this in here is, right?
Huh.
It's not going to leave. It's going to take a day to get rid of it out of the... You try to sell it, but nobody buys it, right? So it's just going to sit there until Friendly Farmer buys it.
Mm-hmm. Or you could just sell it the way that you... Or get rid of it the way you do with light bulbs.
That's true. Just trash those in the landfill. But then you'd have more work as your weekly chore.
Mm-hmm.
Are you heading back to the landfill after the episode tonight?
No, I'm off for the night. I'll be back tomorrow.
Nice. I have 36 lemon zests. So attention
Ursula
co-op.
said Dr. Vivian is for raising the special animals she read.
Right. Interesting. There's quite a story on those. Maybe we should make up some stories with these people for our episodes.
Oh, I like it.
We could have them hiding on the farm, doing weird things. Being all
Ursula wants to know what the light bulbs are for.
What?
Scott?
Ursula doesn't know what they're for. Let's show Ursula what they're for. So Ursula, you go to... well, you know what they're really for is for blonde jokes, but I've said that like so many times. I don't even know if it's funny anymore. But what they're for is you go to your, I guess your back porch. So you click on your little house, and then the very last tab, you have your back porch. And you can see that you need light bulbs to expand this porch. So if I had 9 shovels and 19 nails and 7 padlocks or 1 more padlock, I could totally upgrade it for you and waste a bunch of resources, but I won't. And that gives you an extra slot here, and then you can just put stuff in there that you're not using. So if you lift up your unused items, like let's take one of my ovens here and lift it up. I think I can, yeah, there's a back porch button. So you click it and boosh, goes into the, that was kind of awesome. Really went across the screen like really fast. Do another
Has
one.
anybody that's listening actually upgraded their back porch, like used the light bulbs besides throwing them away?
Try this one. Oh, it like zooms them way over there. It totally flies them across the whole yard. I'm gonna back porch my cow.
I back porched some of my prized animals to kind of move them since I don't have that much space yet.
All right, I'm gonna see if this guy zooms all the way across when I click the back porch. Here he goes. Whoa, he moved quick. They just fly to the back porch. They zoom straight across your farm. It would be epic if they knocked everything over on their way. Are we still at about 8 people watching our...
We're at about 7, and Ursula says you know the answer to the question for her because she asked you what it was for, so.
Okay. So yes, so now if I go back into it, I have a cow, a stovetop, and a... I gotta place these things again. How do I scroll my screen? Oh dear.
Well, Scott, we're after 9.
We are after 9. So my friends on our stream, we are 3 minutes after 9. I'm gonna place my cow down. I'm going to quickly just tell everybody how to contact us. If you look on the screen on our left-hand side, you can see we have an email address, scottandjennylee@gmail.com. We have our Facebook page, Farmville2 Country Escape, Scott and Jenny Lee page, which you can type in that and get to us. And then on YouTube, Let's Play Farmville2 Country Escape will take you to our channel. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. How are you doing for next week, Jenny Lee?
I'm great for next week.
Great. So next week we should have another one. So all of you people who have joined us tonight, thank you so much for coming. Do you have any final words, Jenny Lee?
Thank you, everybody.
And God bless everyone.